How's everyone doing? This is my persuasive speech. My name is Ryan Radin, and do you want to go to school, but you're too busy all the time with work and maintaining your life? Would you prefer a degree that can be taken online, or is it better to be interactive and get it done in a classroom with classmates? I would like to talk about online classes versus classroom courses that we take. I'm going to talk about some of the pros and some of the cons of taking these classes. A lot of people have different ways of learning certain material. I want to first talk about online courses and how they can be beneficial. Online courses are good for people that, let's say, are working a full-time job and have kids that they have to take care of. This is going to help them be able to be at home with their kids and get their homework done instead of having to actually go to school and be away from their family way too long. Some of the times, families are working full time, working 40 hours a week, and if you throw in school, you're going to be going to school maybe a couple hours after you get out of work. Let's say class is at 6, you get out of work at 4:30, so that could be a burden, and how many times you see your family during the week. So you might want to take an online class. It might be just easier for you to go home with your family and do your work there. A lot of people are going to school way after they graduate high school. So this means that they may have, like I said, a full-time job in a house that is a main priority to them. You need to realize that about 20 years ago, we didn't have the opportunity to even take online courses, and everything was taken in class. So also online courses, they help a person out if they're traveling for work or they are in the process of moving to a different city or state. I think that online classes are more comfortable for a person who could have, a little anxiety around people, talking in front of people, and being at home in an environment they're used to would help them focus on the material at hand, instead of worrying about looking stupid in front of 30 classmates. Now, this is only good when taking certain classes. If you're going to school for, let's say, nursing, then I believe some of the prereqs that you take are going to be easier to take online. Classes like, history, English, medical terminology, and some of the art classes, and maybe like a phys ed, or not a phys ed class, speech class, as they really mean, it's easier to get done at home. The material is not really the most important for your degree. It's important, to me that you learn all this stuff, English and speech, helps you talk, especially if you're going for nursing, you're going to be talking a lot. So speech is a good thing to have. But some of these classes are offered online, and it just might be easier for you to get done and be with your family. Family is more important than anything you do in life. So making sure that you're around them should be a priority to you. If you work a job that is a Monday through Friday job, working 9 to 5:30, online courses give you the opportunity to be flexible, and then you have to learn the material. Lectures are already for you online. And you don't have to sit in a class for 3 hours at a time when you can, spread out how you want to learn the material through the week. Whatever's easier for you, in a nice quiet place. I think it's easier for me. Also, online testing is easier as you don't have the pressure of 30 other students taking it with you and a teacher watching you. It just might help you at home taking a test, focus on the material and how to actually instead of having pressure of maybe finishing last, in the class and being uncomfortable, this might be a little bit easier for you. The learning style for online speaking is different too. Many people are more comfortable speaking through emails, online chat, video conferences, as they can express how they really feel instead of having 30 people looking at them or judging them in the classroom. 44% of online students reported improvements in their employment standing by obtaining a full-time job within 12 months of graduation, and 45% reported salary increases. So by the time that you graduate, you have attained a certain amount of work experience, which you can now use when submitting your resume. Lastly, studying online is less costly, other than the fact that you have to buy books, supplies, tuition fee. You don't have to pay the transportation fee to and from school, which translates to lower debts and more savings. When learning in the classroom setting, you have the opportunity of learning the material with an instructor teaching you. So now we're talking about in classes instead of online classes. So when you're learning in a classroom setting, you have the opportunity of learning the material with an instructor teaching you in person on a specific subject. This is very helpful if you were to have any specific questions that you would like answered on the spot. For example, let's say you're taking a math class. Then if you don't understand some of the material, then your instructor can show you on the board how to solve a problem. Also, there are times that when you are in class, then you have the opportunity to work with other students who could have different opinions than you do and be very helpful. Let's say in understanding what is going on. These classes are going to be suitable for your child, teenager, or young adolescent, as they most likely are going to be living at home and have a lot more time to actually go to school in the classroom. Also, learning in the classroom then teachers have the ability to know the students and see what their strengths and weaknesses are. Act as a mentor and guide students in their career possibilities. Learning in a class might be a little bit more beneficial as students get a time where they can be one-on-one with the teacher when reviewing for a test. The teachers will have a certain review in place for the test, which is a great guideline when learning a specific subject. Also, interactions with good teachers help motivate students to achieve higher marks and do better in school and get better grades and do better in whatever career opportunity they're going for. This is going to help them in the end. In conclusion, both classes benefit certain people. It's all about how you learn the material at hand. Like me, I'm someone that needs a lot of silence when I do homework, study for an exam, or take a test. I would prefer taking online classes for everything if I could. But, being that I'm going to school for physical therapy assistant, it's going to be a more hands-on job. I'm going to want to be around it as much as possible. I want to be, actually involved in everything that's going on with learning, the human body and how it works and how to help people. So, for in a classroom setting, you're definitely going to learn more in say a physical therapy program. It all depends on what you're going to school for, but both classes are necessary when taking any career path. Whatever you choose, whatever is easier for you. It's awesome that they offer these online classes, online degrees. You can get a degree online. It's very helpful. A lot of people are going to school later on in life. A lot of people are going, when they already have a family and kids and all that. So, it's nice to have online classes. It's beneficial to have both, having the online classes and in classroom. It's going to help a lot of people. That's all I have today.
All right, you guys are good.